with late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I asked this question on the community tab, and it was, do you guys want me to do a video on FS1 freak-offs featuring Skip Bayless? 71% of you said yes, 29% no out of 56 votes in the 5 hours that it's been up. So I'm going to do it. Since you guys asked for it, y'all shall receive. And I almost fell out my chair. No lie. So let's get down to it. Skip Bayless. Let's start with the Skip Bayless part in all of this. As you all know, a lot of us do not like Skip Bayless at all.
Take me out. It's my turn. It is. You told me it was my turn.
You can talk all.
I level at 45 when you had to stop at 35.
That's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do.
Skip Bayless has always been a thorn in the sides of a lot of people on YouTube. Annoyances. Probably been the thorns in the side of Aaron Rodgers and LeBron James. People like that. But as we all know, Skip Bayless is gone off FS1 as of the summertime. And now he's doing his own show talking about Aaron Rodgers just threw another touchdown. He has 100 more touchdowns to catch up to Tom Brady. But let's go into this story with him. This sounds like a wild-ass story. A former Fox Sports hairstylist is suing the network, its parent, the Fox Corporation, and former presenter Skip Bayless over claims that Bayless made unwanted advances towards her. The full list of defendants included Fox Sports, FS1, or FS1. That used to be called FSN1. Oh well. FS2, Fox Sports EVP Charlie Dixon, Skip Bayless, Joy Taylor, the host, and 25 other people referred to as Does 1 through 25. I'm trying to pronounce his name. I think it's Nashin Faraji. Miss Faraji is the former hairstylist claiming that Bayless, the host of Fox Sports Undisputed, harassed her, including claiming in her suit that Bayless offered $1.5 million to have relations with him, per Associated Press reporting. Her suit, which was filed in Los Angeles, California Superior Court, also claims that Fox Sports and the Fox Corporation ran a hostile work environment that permitted abuses of power by on-air personalities. Keep going on. Try to pronounce this name again. Faraji was fired from the company in 2024 when she claims were fabricated reasons. Bayless' show was taken off the air in 2024 after losing viewers following the loss of his co-host Shannon Sharp. Her suit also lists his wrongful termination as one of its individual complaints. That is weird. They would fire her along with the show when they got rid of the show. Her suit states she brings forth this action because for over a decade at Fox, she was forced to endure a misogynistic, racist, ableist workplace where executives and talent were allowed to physically and verbally abuse workers with impunity. When Miss Faraji and others came forward to report the wrongdoing, so it's not just her, it's been other people, but keep going, report the wrongdoing, instead of addressing their concerns, Fox retaliated against them while the perpetrators and those who protected them were inexplicably promoted. Well, that makes sense. You got to keep the money going and the views. No integrity there. This case, thus, represents yet another long line of cases chronicling the toxic culture at Fox, marked by bad faith promises and repeated failures to address poisonous and entrenched patriarchy. Fox Sports told USA Today, "We take these allegations seriously and have no further comment at this time, given this pending litigation." Fox Sports has been contacted by Newsweek for a comment via its media inquiry form on its website. So, from another article that I read, Skip was very handsy with the woman, very handsy. Even accused Shannon Sharp of having relationships with the hair stylist. I don't think that's true. Uh, at first, as much as I don't like freaking Nosferatu ass, I'm like, there's no way he couldn't do this. And then a little birdie told me about something that happened to him. I guess he got hacked on election night, which I don't even remember because election night was, everybody was either sad about the cackling hyena losing or Trump winning, but whatever. But I guess when he got hacked, there was some stuff revealed about him. And there was some other stuff that's been revealed about him that he's a creepy, dirty old man that solicited models and IG models for you know what, for a big price. That right there to me sounds very, simpish. And just because you got it don't mean you can use it. Makes him sound pathetic. Makes him sound like a freaking beta male as well, trying to pay women the highest dollar for, relations like that. Because he probably got no game. And he owed. He owed. And he think having money will help him win. No, it does not. Not at all. Got a DM. Sorry, got a DM from a female. Sorry for getting distracted. But anyways, speaking of females, yeah, Skip sounds like a creepy old man, a desperate creepy old man, from what it sounds. Uh, it's hard to say that she could be making up the stuff when there's others involved and others saying the same thing and trying to report on it and going to HR or to whoever's in charge of that and reporting this, and they just got shunned out and ridiculed for it. Then that sounds very, very clear that allegedly he might have done something like this. So I can believe it. The woman, I guess, has been described as, Skip Bayless described her as voluptuous. I seen a picture of her. I think we all probably seen a picture of her now. She's definitely that, but I'm not wasting my dignity, my sanity, my pride, integrity. No, it's not. It's no woman is worth that. No woman is worth putting up 1.5 million to pay for. No, it's not even worth that. If you got to do that, that means you just desperate and corny, and like I said, you got no integrity at all. So there it is. I heard that her first language is not English. She's a single mom. I guess she tried to ward off his advances by saying she might have an impending cancer diagnosis, but and she tried to use that as a way to get him away. I don't know if it worked or not, but yeah, Skip's a freaky man, freaky dog. And also, this woman was working with Fox Sports as a hairstylist from 2012 up until last year, summer of last year as well. So, and it's a 42-page document of this whole lawsuit, which I would not get into. But Skip Bayless is not the only person in this that I guess made her on one pass at her. The VIP, not the VIP, the executive vice president of Fox Sports himself. The lawsuit alleges that Dixon made an unwanted pass at Ferrari during a birthday party for Joy Taylor, which we'll get to next, at a Hollywood restaurant in 2017. Still living in California at the time for me. She told Taylor about the episode, but Taylor responded by saying, "Get over it," pointing out that she herself only had her job because of Mr. Dixon and that Miss Ferrari, I think that's pronounced name, only had her job because Miss Taylor requested her, and she warned that Mr. Dixon could take both away, according to the lawsuit, which also details the length of an ongoing affair between Dixon and Taylor. We'll get to that pretty soon. I'm trying to read some rest of this also. He said at one point, Bayless requested that the hairstylist give him a haircut once a week in the makeup room. Soon after the weekly haircut started, Mr. Bayless began finding excuses to touch her, the lawsuit states. He would give her lingering hugs after each haircut, putting his body against her own, pressing against her mammaries, and then began to kiss her on the cheeks. That doesn't sound like a creepy ass man. But the hairstylist was uncomfortable by the physical contact and would make excuses to leave right after the haircuts. July 2021, the lawsuit states that Faraji explained to Bayless that she was undergoing biopsy. See, that's the cancer part I was talking about, to determine whether she had cancer. Mr. Bayless then grabbed her hands, began kissing, and offered her $1.5 million to have relations, according to the lawsuit. Approximately 1 week later, Mr. Bayless made another advancement at the hairstylist. The hairstylist responded, "Skip, stop it. You have a wife. Have you seen this wife lately?" Nah, we're being serious. Makes no excuses for that. Bayless, who currently hosts his own podcast, the Skip Bayless Show on YouTube, married media relations expert Ernestine Scafani in 2016. Ernestine co-wrote a book with Bayless, published in 2019, Balls, How to Keep Your Relationship Life When You Live with a Sports-Obsessed Guy. She probably knows about this too. The lawsuit also brings fourth-class allegations on behalf of non-exempt hourly individuals who work for Fox in California during the period commencing 4 years prior to the filing of this complaint. Allegations include non-payment for all hours of work, non-payment for overtime, not being reimbursed for business expenses, and not being paid for severance. A Fox spokesperson said of the lawsuit, "We take these allegations seriously." I read that already. Taylor hosted Monday's Speak show on FS1, but she and her colleagues, Keyshawn Johnson, Paul Pierce, and Michael Irvin, didn't discuss the lawsuit during the 2-hour episode. What were they supposed to do? Anyways, so let's get to the Joy Taylor part of this whole thing before I get into Shannon Sharp, because Shannon Sharp was mentioned, like I mentioned before. So let's get into the whole Joy Taylor, why she's listening. I kind of mentioned it before. As we all know, Joy Taylor, most of us, when we see her, some of us get a little excited. Me, I'm over it. I'm over it. I've seen plenty of women that look like her. Yeah, she's a very nice looking woman, easy on the eyes, but still. Let's get into what she is a part, and some other stuff. So, like I said, she's not Bayless is not the only person listening to suit. Joy Taylor, co-host for Fox Sports 1, is also listed as a defendant being sued. Taylor used to be the moderator on Bayless' show, and the hairstylist has accused her in the suit of bullying over her ethnicity or race, stating in early June 2023. The treatment reached a breaking point as Miss Taylor began openly mocking her English, the hairstylist's English, exclaiming that she could not understand what the hairstylist was saying with her accent, and complaining about the hairstylist's humming involuntary subconscious coping mechanism for her diagnosed PTSD. So that's why she's part of it. Joy Taylor also allegedly was having relations with the vice president, Mr. Dixon, and also what has came out in the last few hours, or last couple of hours, 24 hours, she has had a relationship with Emmanuel Ocho, who I think hosts Speak at one of those shows on Fox. And is also known, I kind of mentioned earlier, that possibly Joy Taylor got this job at Fox because he, sleeping your way to the top and doing all kinds of other stuff. Let me tell you a story. This is very common. You guys should know this. This is very common. It's 2 instances in my work life when I noticed this. I'm reading something right quick. So he says she claims that in 2021, Bayless threatened her job for refusing to have relations with him. Suit also claims that Bayless made inappropriate statements about her culture and religion, as when the hairstylist asked to stop harassing her since he had a wife. Bayless said, "Aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have 3 to 4 wives?" Yikes. Ouch. Can't be saying that type of stuff. So like I said, go back to Joe Taylor. There's 2 instances in my life when I seen this happen. I know about this happening. Both at the same job, which is funny. This job that I've been working with since 2016. When I first started at this job, there was a woman, a blonde woman, reminded me of basically Barbie. That's what she looked like, a damn Barbie doll. Had all the asses except the stuff in the back, flat in the back. But she had the looks, blonde hair, all the frontal assets and all that stuff. Drove a nice car. And apparently she was sleeping with the assistant manager, of course, trying to get her way ahead and all this other stuff. I didn't know it till somebody told me, because I guess somebody at my job thought I was trying to get at her. Because I went to lunch with her or something like that. No, I did go to lunch, but somebody came up to me after we went to lunch. Hey, she's been sleeping around with the assistant manager. So if you try to get out there, I will bounce. It turned out to be right. Right on the money. Because I eventually found out probably a year later that this was actually going on from the guy she was sleeping with. He kind of admitted to it. I don't know why he admitted to me. But by that time, I really wasn't trying to get at the woman like that. Just, we like to talk. That's all. And that's when I found out. The second time, I knew as soon as I freaking arrived at this branch, as I call it. As soon as I arrived at this branch almost 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, I knew this one chick, I still work with her today. I knew she had to be doing something with the boss. And I knew it instantly because she was always getting treated fairly when she didn't deserve to be treated fairly. She got to do anything she wanted without any consequences. It came to the point, you gotta start complaining about her if you told the boss what she was doing. And it was confirmed to me actually 3 weeks ago, 2 to 3 weeks ago. Wait. It wasn't 3 weeks ago. When did I go to California? It was the week I went to California. So probably almost 3 weeks ago. That's when I found out it was confirmed that, yeah, she used to date the boss. And dated another assistant manager as well. And ended up getting pregnant by his assistant manager, which she currently is right now. So she has a thing for dating people with authority. So this goes on all the time. So I'm not surprised by it. Joy Taylor fits the bill of somebody doing that. I just got to say it. She does. They said apparently before she got to Fox, she was just a bartender in Miami that knew a little bit about sports, did some sports stuff in Miami. I think the only reason why she was in Miami because her brother, Jason Taylor, I think he retired with Miami Dolphins. Or did he retire with the Redskins? One of the two. But yeah, he used to play for the Miami Dolphins for most of his career. I think he's in the Hall of Fame now. I think he might be. But anyway, so it makes sense. Yada, yada, yada. And now she got caught. This is weird. Emmanuel Ocho, Fox Sports 1, Emmanuel Ocho, former NFL linebacker, deleted a video of himself and Joy Taylor amid her being named as a defendant in a harassment and bullying lawsuit. Keen fans noticed that Ocho recently deleted a 2022 video on social media where he was seen praising Taylor. So far, neither Ocho nor Taylor have commented on the suit or their social media accounts. Fox Sports Corporation, Emmanuel Ocho, and Joy Taylor have been contacted for comment via email, online media request form. This is why this came up, because this was actually named in the hairstylist lawsuit. She basically aired out everything. Ultra, who is not named as a defendant, appeared in her lawsuit as she claimed Taylor was having relations with him in 2020 so that he would recommend her for a job on Speak for Yourself, a job she ended up getting. Per the suit, the two continued their through 2023. According to the hairstylist, she was asked by Human Resources if Ultra and Taylor were having an affair. She said they were. After that, she faced professional and personal repercussions from Taylor. The suit states Mr. Ultra has been always respectful to the hairstylist and never threatened to hurt her in any shape or form. Is that the end of it? Because we already went through all this already. We already went through her. Yeah, we got to the bullying and all that. We did all this already. They said the hairstylist also claims Taylor initially fired her, saying she wanted a black woman to do her hair, given that Taylor is black. However, Taylor then allegedly fired a black stylist, hired her, and asked a Latina coworker to do her hair. This is... You know what? At first, I thought some of this was cap, but I don't think any of this is cap. If many people are saying this and they got shut down, and this does not sound too elaborate. I mean, it doesn't sound like too elaborate, like a made-up story. This sounds like it really did happen. And I kind of believe some of this did happen because some of this does go on. Type of stuff does go on. They act like it don't go on, but some of this type of weird stuff or deviant stuff does go on in workplaces. I'm sure some of you guys probably seen it yourselves at one point in time. But yeah, most of these people that work at Fox Sports don't sound very pleasant to be around at all. And like I said, Shannon Sharp was named because I think Skip Bayless was all jealous of Shannon Sharp. You know, he was always jealous of Shannon Sharp and accused the hairstylist of sleeping with Shannon Sharp. I think Shannon Sharp responded, but I think something else came out about Shannon Sharp too, as well. So let's get into Shannon Sharp. What's his role in this? See right quick. Shannon Sharp. It's the last person I'll talk about on this whole thing before I end it all. See where he has space in this, parts in this right quick. But damn, this just sounds like a bunch of just deviant people. Let's see here. Let's see here right quick before I get this. Read this from the New York Post. Right quick. And this right quick. Let's see here, because he was named in some other stuff. I saw Ticket TV earlier today say something about him too. Bankrolling or something like that. Here we go. Shannon Sharp laughed after declining any involvement in the lawsuit filed by Notion Ferrari, a former Fox Sports hairstylist, was accused of Skip Bayless, his former Undisputed co-host, and others of inappropriate behavior. During Sunday's installment of his Chad and Ocho Cinco Johnson Nightcap podcast, Shannon answered a fan question that asked the ESPN personality to address the elephant in the room about his personal life because he was trending on X at the time. The 42-page lawsuit was reported by Front Office Sports on Sunday. This is what Shannon had to say. This ain't got nothing to do with me. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Shannon said, it doesn't. Why do you want me? What do you all want me to say? That ain't got nothing to do with me. So this is nothing to address. Skip. That's all on Skip. That had nothing to do with me. This is all Skip. I don't know why everybody if you notice, everybody keeps posting they got me. It's all about Skip. You had nothing to do with me. The hairstylist, a former Fox employee with over a decade of service, does not accuse Sharp of any wrongdoing. Sharp is mentioned, though, in the lawsuit. Yeah, like I said earlier, when she alleges Bayless accused her of having relations with Sharp. On April 13, 2022, Bayless texted hairstylist saying, "Not comfortable coming down there. Just do what you need to do. It's okay." She then asked him what was wrong. He replied, "Same stuff, worse." She was concerned about her own job, walked to Mr. Bayless' fitting room to see if everything was okay. Mr. Bayless answered the door before the hairstylist could speak. He became angry and accused the hairstylist of with Mr. Sharp. It's out of here. It's pop-ups. What the? Where did this pop-up come from? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I don't know what happened. This freaking thing changed pages for some reason. The hairstylist tried to explain that she did not have any feelings towards Mr. Sharp and had never slept with him or any other talent member or employee at Fox. But before she could speak, Mr. Bayless demanded she come to his car after the show. She responded that she could not come sit in his car as it was inappropriate. Mr. Bayless grew irate and then left. The lawsuit states that during a phone call between Bayless and the hairstylist on April 16, 2022, Mr. Bayless then angrily stated that he had heard her talk to Mr. Shannon Sharp about her box down there. She knew this to be untrue and was embarrassed and angry. She responded that even if she had been dating Mr. Sharp, which she wasn't, it shouldn't matter at all because she only had a professional relationship with Mr. Bayless. In the lawsuit, she alleges Bayless learned her and Sharp have never been romantically involved, and in late 2023, Bayless apologized to her a year later. And this picture of Nelly Furtado, damn. Whew. Anyways, she also alleges Charlie Dixon, of course, I think I might have read this, an executive vice president of the content for FS1, who's also a defendant in the lawsuit, told Bayless that she and Sharp were sleeping together. During this conversation, Mr. Bayless apologized for accusing her of having relations with Mr. Sharp, disclosed details regarding his August 21st, 23 meeting with Human Resources, and further disclosed that Mr. Dixon wants the hairstylist fired because she knew too much and was talking, the lawsuit states. On December 21st, 2023, Mr. Bayless told the hairstylist he still loved her and confided that Mr. Dixon was the one who had told him that the hairstylist was sleeping with Mr. Sharp. Bayless then again tried to have relations with her. Bayless and Sharp joined forces on Undisputed after Bayless left ESPN the first take in 2016, following 4 years of debating with Stephen A. Smith. Sharp left the show in 2023, following multiple blowups of Bayless, both on and on camera. The lawsuit states that the hairstylist was forced to endure. Yeah, I read that already. Yeah. All right, let's end this right quick. I was not going for a half. I'm going to end this all right here quick. This all sounds to me like a bunch of deviant people working in the workspace. But it also comes off as, not saying this is true, possibly all this could be true. It kind of like it's just her at the wrong place at the wrong time, just in the middle of this. That's what it sounds like. It's just like everything happened to her. That's what it sounds like. Not saying that none of this is true. It possibly could be true. But that's what it comes off as like. But it's like, damn, it does sound like a very, very toxic workplace to work at. Very stressful workplace to work in. And in conclusion, Skip Bayless is a creepy ass old man like we all suspected. Joy Taylor is a how can I say this? Because she also came out and said that she's willing to pay for it. Meaning, she ain't scared to pay for a man. She ain't scared to be a sugar mama. Anyone who wants to be under a woman's leadership like that, be lazy and have the woman pay for everything, is no man at all. So I'm just gonna say that and put that out there. So anybody who thinks they have a sugar mama and doing all this stuff, yeah, you think you're winning, but you're not. But she sounds like the modern day 304 Jezebel, harlot. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say it that way. That's what it is. People don't want to see it that way, but that's what it comes off as with her. This independent, whatever. And I heard because she possibly could have relations with the vice president of Fox, that it could have ended her marriage and her relationship with former NBA basketball player and coach Earl Watson, who used to coach the Phoenix Suns at one point in time. She used to date him, and that could have ended it too. Once all that came out, and it possibly could be one of the reasons why Shannon Sharp decided to vote for ESPN, because all this was coming out about him and Skip Bayless and all Skip Bayless's deviant activities that were reported. But yeah, they talk about the Diddy freak offs. Let's just say this: ain't no party like a Skippy party. It ain't no party like a Fox Sports party. He was at them Fox Sports parties. Skip Bayless was. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. LeBron James was at them Diddy parties. Celebrities, man. The rich, the elite, some of these guys are just deviants. They come across as, some of them try to come across as holier than thou, and some of these politicians as well. But deep down, they're just sinful, deviant creatures that need church, scripture, repentance. I think we all need that. But damn, I have never been that deprived of SEX like that, to the point I gotta pay somebody money for it, a huge sum of money for it. And it is not that serious to me. But anyways, there was also one more thing about Shannon Sharp possibly bankrolling something like that. I tried to look for that right there. Ticket TV reported that somewhere. Let's see something right quick. Whoa. Whoa. It's amazing what comes in your thing. But it don't say anything about it. Somebody said he was bankrolling some stuff that was going on behind the scenes. But he just came out and said this has nothing to do with me at all. So we have to wait and see what really comes out. Everything's allegedly right now. We'll see once everything drops, more information continues to coming out. But anyways, Skip, you're a creep. If this is true, which I'm starting to think it is, because you have plenty of evidence on Twitter when your Twitter got hacked a couple months ago. Creepy ass motherfucker. Freaky ass. 69 guy, freaky.